Hey, it's Emma Chamberlain. I designed these new glasses for Warby Parker and I basically can't take them off. Like, I'm showering in them and sleeping in them. They're just that good. Go see them all at warbyparker.com. And you know what? Have a good day too. Okay? All right? Bye.
With Amex Platinum, you get priority notified with global dining access by Resi, so you can get first dibs if a spot opens up at restaurants. And compliments to the chef turns into compliments to your Platinum card. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex.
This is Optimal Health Daily. 5 Simple Ways to Reduce Food Waste by Gina Ciolkosz with abrighterwild.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your host and narrator. Hey there, happy Saturday. Hope your weekend is off to a great start, and welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, or OHD, where I act as your narrator of popular health and fitness blogs and provide my commentary at the end. Now, we have multiple shows covering a bunch of different topics. Just search for Optimal Living Daily in your podcast app to find all of them. Now, today, I'm excited to read to you a guest post from abrighterwild.com. So, with that, let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. 5 Simple Ways to Reduce Food Waste by Gina Ciolkosz with abrighterwild.com. Food waste is a huge deal. Not only does it waste resources, but it also wastes money. Luckily, there are 5 simple ways to reduce food waste that you can implement today. Quote, up to 40% of the food in the United States is never eaten. But at the same time, 1 in 8 Americans struggles to put enough food on the table. National Resources Defense Council. Tip 1. Plan your meals. I am a huge fan of meal planning. Every week, I take 20 minutes to sit down and plan out about 70% of my meals. I consider my schedule for the week, and I try to be realistic about how much time I will have. After I have my meals planned, I make a shopping list so I know exactly what I will need. Taking time to meal plan will help you in several ways. It makes eating healthier more convenient. It saves money because you are less likely to dine out when dinner is already planned and you have everything you need already. It reduces your food waste because you only buy the food you have a real plan for. And you avoid shopping when you're hungry because we all know what happens then. Tip number 2. Have go-to recipes. Every Sunday evening, go through your fridge and pull out anything left over from the week. Play your own version of Chopped. What can you make? There are dishes that lend themselves well to incorporating odds and ends. My favorites are soups and curries. Both can use veggies that are a little past their prime. My formula for a simple curry is more of a guideline than a recipe, but it's my go-to way to shore up random leftovers and veggies that probably won't make it another week. Bone broth is an excellent way to get some use of vegetable scraps you would typically throw away. Onion peels, stems, and trimmings will add flavor, nutrition, and color to your broth. Tip 3. Utilize your freezer. Freezing obviously prevents food from spoiling, but did you know that it also makes some micronutrients more bioavailable? I always have frozen veggies on hand to roast up quickly. And in fact, keeping your smoothie greens in the freezer has many benefits. It prevents your leafy greens from going bad. It also makes some micronutrients more bioavailable. It also helps keep your smoothie cold while blending, protecting the nutrients from oxidation. A splash of lemon juice can also help. And it allows you to assemble your smoothie ahead of time. Who hasn't bought a big bag of greens at Costco with the intention to make smoothies and then not? You can also freeze things you will not use right away. Things like lunch meat or raw meats, fresh herbs, and bone broth freeze well also. Tip 4. Keep a clean and organized fridge. Regularly going through your fridge will help reduce food waste. It prevents food from getting pushed back in the corner to rot. It also gives you a better idea of what you have so you can use it. This also goes for your freezer. Keep it organized and go through it a couple of times a year. If meat is too freezer burned for you to eat, consider feeding it to your 4-legged friend. And tip 5, eat your leftovers. This seems too obvious to mention, but eating your leftovers reduces food waste. As simple as this seems, this is huge. I rarely plan 7 different dinners. Typically, I plan on eating leftovers for 2 to 3 dinners, or plan on utilizing leftovers for lunches. I pack lunch for myself, my partner, and kids most days. If it's not a jar salad, it's leftovers. Reducing food waste is a huge step you can take towards living greener. Remember, when you throw out food, you are wasting the resources it took to grow, transport, and prepare it. Luckily, these 5 simple steps will take you a long way in maximizing your nutrition and minimizing your footprint. You just listened to the post titled 5 Simple Ways to Reduce Food Waste by Gina Ciolkosz with abrighterwild.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
We have one more act for you this evening. I don't even need to say his name. Mr. Bob Dylan.
A Complete Unknown is now a Golden Globe and Critics' Choice nominee for Best Picture.
Bobby, what do you want to be?
Whatever it is they don't want me to be.
Timothée Chalamet astonishes as Bob Dylan in one of the best performances of the year.
The bums of dime in your prime.
And critics rave Edward Norton is absolutely fantastic.
70,000 people are here, and Bobby is the reason for it.
This Christmas,
They just want me singing Blowing in the Wind for the rest of my life.
don't miss the movie critics are hailing 5 stars.
To the onion.
It's pure cinematic magic.
Turn it down.
Play loud.
And named to AFI and the National Board of Review's top 10 films of the year.
Make some noise, BD. Track some mud on the carpet.
A Complete Unknown. Only in theaters Christmas Day. Rated R. Under 17 and admitted without parent.
What if you could hear your favorite song for the first time again? Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks. With an available Bose Personal Plus sound system that uses speakers in the headrest to create a 360-degree listening experience. You've never heard anything like this. Reimagine your music and your drive. Experience the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks for yourself at nissanusa.com today.
Available feature. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation.
Dr. Neil here for my commentary. When I was a kid, my parents used to call me the biggest food waster in the family. Please know that I do not wear this as a badge of honor. I just was a super finicky eater. If a food didn't meet my taste expectations after 2 bites, I would be done with it. Again, not something I'm proud of. But since then, I've become much more mindful about food waste. In fact, as an undergraduate student, I took a class in ecology, and it completely changed my perspective. That's where I first learned about how common food waste was and the things we can do to prevent it. Many of the tips Gina shared were spot on. In fact, for the longest time, I would hate eating leftovers. I told you I was a picky eater. But since then, I've come to appreciate leftovers. Well, I'll be honest. I'm a fan of most leftovers, not everything. I noticed that I love leftovers from last night's curry dishes, like Thai, Chinese, and Indian curries. It's like the extra time spent in the fridge helps make those flavors even more complex. So, which one of Gina's tips sounded reasonable to you? Whenever you're presented with a list of ideas like this, try not to feel too overwhelmed. Instead, pick the one that intrigued you the most. The one that made you stop and say, I like that idea. For me, it was eating leftovers. But again, which one made you stop and say, ooh, I like that idea? Because that's the one you'll want to try first. All right, that'll do it for today. I hope you're having a great weekend if you're listening in real time, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for the Sunday show and where your optimal life awaits.